this feeling that somewhere we needed the approval of other people, that there were people who set standards. They will decide whether this is right or wrong. They will decide whether this is good or bad. They will decide what are the norms and standards and the values, and that we will tend to somewhere defer to that, which we should not be doing at this stage in it. In a sense, what happened in the case of just so that everybody understands, with all other countries, we have an embassy, like we have in Thailand. But with the UK and with countries which were part of the British Empire, it's called a High Commission. So, as I understood your question, you're really asking me, why are you continuing to call it a High Commission? Why don't you call it? Look, the answer is this. When we say that put behind a colonial mentality, mindset, it is not that therefore don't have links with the UK, break your ties. Because that call was made after independence, when the feeling in the country was, let's have a relationship with the UK of a different kind. Okay. Now, what has happened since then is a lot of other countries, because remember, we were the first to get independence, a lot of other countries also got their freedom. So this has become, in a sense, a larger association. It is not an association of the UK and everybody else. I think there are about 54 countries, if my memory serves me right. These 50 plus countries today have an association, and it's a very useful association because it spans the entire world. All the continents are covered. And often it gives us a connect. Now the connect may have come from the British era. Say, I have today, using the Commonwealth, a connect with the Caribbean. I have a connect with islands of the Pacific Islands. So I think today the utility of these connections have kept the system going. When Prime Minister asked to put the colonial mindset behind us, what he meant was not something as literal as your question would suggest. So it was really an exhortation to display greater national self-confidence. And I think if you look at that, frankly, I can't think of a more self-confident statement than the Prime Minister himself. You just have to see him stand on a stage, and I think that itself radiates national self-confidence. But it is something which should be systemic. That I think was his message.